Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Just with Josh, episode number 16. I'm pleased, glad, I feel blessed to have you with me here tonight, and I feel truly blessed indeed because in a time like this, in the spiritual war, when I'm casting spells like this, going on YouTube, making a podcast, making a show, all right? I'm essentially, it's almost like you're channeling to the universe. You're like, you're sending out a broadcast, technically speaking, but in a deeper, more philosophical sense. It's the witching season, okay? The gates of hell, if they're being tempted, they're being titillated with the demonic fingers of mankind. All right, and we're coaxing open those dark portals, and you can feel it in the air. All the trees are dying. Pumpkins are the most, popular plant around, What's that even mean? Skeletons, spooky stuff, Ghosts, witches. You got to be careful. It's not December. It's not Christmas time. It's Halloween. And it's spooky. It's not good. It's bad, okay? You need to hold it close, all right? And right now, this is us coming together, and we're sending a transmission, and we're canceling the evil spirits of Halloween, and we are summoning the Spirit of Christ, all right, to protect us and to almost renew the battle against the spirits of evil. This is us almost like mocking. We're by having these decorations. It's like us mocking the evil. It's like once a year we come together and we're supposed to mock the evil. It's supposed to be like, that's what it was. Like you got it out of your system. Like we kind of made fun of it. We're like, hey, it ain't so bad, like shit's scary. Yeah. But now it's like, they got this new Jeffrey Dahmer show out. And honest to God, it's the way people romanticize it, and the father of Jeffrey Dahmer, his dad, the serial killer's father, he's upset, and he's saying why are people why are people talking about my son's life like this? Why are they're fucking up the story? That's not what happened. They're making it out to be like it's some Twilight, Edward Jacob shit. With all this Jeffrey Dahmer stuff, it's we're not mocking the symbols of evil. We're kind of very attracted to them. We're sexualizing them and romanticizing them, and it's almost funny, the images of a moon and all these witches and stuff, they're never ugly and disgusting anymore. It's always sexy. It's always a sexy werewolf. It's always the vampire is always hot as fuck. You know what I mean? And it's that seems to be we're we got dark actors, okay? We got witches among us, all right? And they're gaining numbers by the day, okay? They're gaining power, all right? And if we don't come together right now, okay, and send out a message to the universe and pray to God for forgiveness and power and spiritual weapons, okay, we will get fucking ran over by these witches. They will take us. They will throw you in their cauldron and be cackling, and you'll be done. You'll be done, man. You'll be in a potion, man. You seen Shrek 2? You seen what those potions did to Shrek? You're done for. You're never gonna make it. I'm suggesting that we all come together in prayer. We should have a church service like we do on Christmas on Halloween night. Just to push back against the evil. I feel that would be controversial, though. What if all the witches attacked the church? Wouldn't that be that would be a really scary. That'd be really scary if we were having a church service and a bunch of witches attacked us on Halloween night. Fucking, it's not looking good, But we gotta find your strength in your brother, okay? And you know what? Us Canadians, that's one thing that we proved to the world this year, even, is that in the face of evil, in the face of bullshit, in the face of Halloween devilishness, okay, we know how to come together. All right, talking about the Freedom Convoy, talking about going down to Ottawa and giving a true Justin Trudeau his bell a little shake. You know what I'm saying? We got down there. We gave him. We got the job done. And now, not myself personally, although I would have been there. Now they're talking about whether or not it was justified to have called in the military, have brutally ran over that poor old lady with a horse. Like, there was a dark force on that. Just came out ripping. Just ripping. It was a cold fucking January, February morning. And that horse just came ripping. Just ran over that poor old lady. Just ran her over. Fucking. He tried to make it out like he was being attacked. He was like, that old lady, I was coming out to fucking get the order back in Ottawa. And then this old lady just lunged at me with her fucking walker. She tried to take me out. She tried to take out my horse, man. No, this mere old lady, she's just looking up. She's just like, she barely is able to summon the strength to like be present in Ottawa. She's barely able to be there, but yet she found a way. She found a way to be there. She ate her prunes that morning. She had her soup and crackers, and she made it. And then she just gets ran over by a dark horse, man. By a dark horse in Ottawa. What kind of country are we running here? This is like the Squid Games. Our old ladies, you saw the old guy in the Squid Games? He was sitting there, he had like the mask on, he was all worried. Man, but then the old lady in Canada just gets ran over by a fucking dark horse, man. He had a fucking riot gear on. He was like a modernized knight. The only thing he was missing was like a laser lightsaber. The only thing he could have done less is just like straight up cut her head off with a fucking laser sword. All right? We got to get through this. We got to get Justin Trudeau under control, because he's just, what he's doing to this country, he's basically worse. Who's the villain from Superman? The guy with Lex Luthor? Yeah, Justin Trudeau is definitely way worse than Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor was a genius. He probably like had good intentions. Justin Trudeau's a faggot. You know Justin, the guy, we all know Justin Trudeau, the same guy who dressed up like Aladdin. Thought it was cool. Thought he could just go around dressing up, pretending he was different races, like a fucking lunatic. Okay? Or what about the time that he was chewing gum in that fucking interview during that debate? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was he trying to... What was he trying to get across there? He's just constantly disrespecting us and looking down on us. He's not even a Canadian. He's a fucking lizard, okay? He subscribes to an entire different population of belief. He's above. All right, he's in the walled garden, and we're just like shit mud people, like banging against the walls, like moaning in the like soulless wastes, like help us. Just no, he doesn't want to hear any of that. And he wants us all to die. He wants us all to be cleaned up. He sees us like human filth. He wants us to eat bugs. He's not going to eat bugs. They want nukes. They're cool with nuclear war. I'm sure if you got down to the brass tacks with Trudeau, he'd be like, yeah, we should probably blow up some stuff. What they're doing here in Canada is unacceptable. We need to understand that as Canadians, we can't be letting them run us over with dumb horses. And this whole briefing, this whole like insight committee they're doing, this whole, what is it called? Investigation into the Emergencies Act. They're coming out with the fact that apparently the protesters they wanted to work with the government, came to the protesters and was like, listen, okay, you guys are kicking our ass. You guys are really fucking shit up here for us. Let's work together. Please don't like flip this whole fucking country's political dichotomy around. Don't set a fire that spread across the world, please. The Ottawa police were begging, right? So they're like, can you move a couple trucks or something? And then these guys, they were like, can you move a couple of the trucks or something and set up a good deal? Like, they were trying to set up a good deal to move some of the protesters. And then they're talking to like a representative committee of the protesters that was essentially like trying to negotiate with them. And they were coming to like a verbal agreement. They were like discussing the matters of working together to like make the protest amicable with the city. And then apparently during those deals, while the protesters were maintaining contact, the police decided to break off contact and go apart ways. They decided to stop working with the protesters out of nowhere. So they just broke off the communication and they stopped negotiating. So then essentially the protesters were like, okay, fuck, well, we're just going to continue doing what we were doing. And then the government, not the government, the city's police's response to this is like, oh, well, the reason we fucked off, the reason we stopped giving a fuck was because we heard from the Justin Trudeau, the government, to basically say, hey, motherfucker, stop talking to the fucking protesters. We're calling in the military. We're going to have the Emergencies Act. We're going to run these motherfuckers over. Shut up. We are going to run over old ladies on dark horses. All right? The only thing we're missing is fucking lightsabers. Okay? The only thing Justin Trudeau's missing is a fucking black cape and a black mask and vocoder. Okay? We are being ran by like the communist socialized pretty boy rich guy equivalent of a fucking Darth Vader. Okay? Of like Hitler. All right? And this guy is just running us. And he's a criminal. He's a fucking criminal. All right, and you can look into it. You can look into the SNC Lavalin. You can look into this guy's bullshit past. You can look into how his mom fucked Fidel Castro, and definitely look at those pictures. And you can't tell me that boy isn't the son of Fidel Castro. And I'll probably get taken off YouTube for saying that, but I don't give a fuck. All right, I'm done. I'm done being rammed by gay people. All right. It's the walled little garden, and it's an orthodoxy. They say it's like these liberals are like, oh, it's not an orthodoxy. It's like they're not even really liberals. They're like these insane progressives. They're like, it's not an orthodoxy. It's we're open to ideas. It's just if you have shitty ideas, we're gonna fucking hate you worse than the Nazis did the fucking Jews. It's like, oh, okay, that's fun. Like that's gonna be a fun little cool way to live. Like, that's going to be nice when you're, like, a demon cult of 40% of the population. And, like, whenever somebody who kind of, like, goes against what you say, like, for example, is against vaxxing, like this Daleson guy who plays in Ottawa, some local musician, who I saw was getting fucking doxxed on Reddit. You know, and basically people were saying, hey, everybody, look, this anti-vax idiot, this is 5 days ago, this anti-vax idiot, this local musician likes to play music downtown, and he doesn't believe in the vaccine. Hey, everybody. And then it was just like 150 people, and the top upvoted comment was like, yeah, I don't care what anybody says. If you're an anti-vax piece of shit, and I'm all about freedom of speech, but I'm allowed to... I'm free to fucking hate your guts. I'm free to knock you the fuck out. Like, shit like that. That's what these fucking people are like. These people are complete fucking... They're not punk, okay? They're not fucking cool. They're fucking little Nazis. They're worse than... They're not even Nazis. They're thugs. They're fucking little goon thugs, okay? And they need to be dealt with appropriately. And there's not going to be... I'm not going to fucking deal with it. This isn't my fucking job. I think we need to fucking... bring in a regime, like a nuclear regime. I think we need something like worse than Trudeau, something like not so pretty, something not so gay, something a little more brutal, just to like instill the fear of God back into the common peasant. Okay, but less that comes. Okay, less that comes. They can't just sue every time, you know, every time somebody has a different opinion, every time somebody wants to say some shit, like go off. They can't just be like, oh, well, we're going to sue you like $1 trillion and just ruin you. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, how can you sue somebody like more than they're worth? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. For something they said, it's like, oh, well, it's not what they said. It's the impact of the things they said. It's like, what the fuck, motherfucker? It's like, yeah, that's the whole point of freedom of speech. That's the whole point of using like the battle of ideas. You have to actually spend time to combat those ideas. It is a constant battle. It's like, no, you want to take taxpayers' money and repave roads 30 times a fucking decade. Well, no. You should be investing in education and universities and having, you know, being able to actually combat, these ideas that you're so afraid of, these Nazi ideas, which most of you liberal university faggots couldn't even actually, if you met a Nazi, you couldn't actually tell him why what he's doing is wrong. You couldn't explain to him. You would just start hating on him like everyone else. You wouldn't actually be able to like rationalize it because you're so fucking wallowed up in your own ideological bullshit, like where everything has to be like a fucking pyramid of like weakness. Like it's all going towards the lowest common denominator. You're all playing towards the lowest common denominator. Everybody is like, opinion isn't necessarily relevant because it's all like, none of it really means anything, and everything's kind of like a construct, and nothing really matters because life is just, subjective, and it's all just wishy-washy bullshit, and they have no like concrete ideals, and that's like me. That's like I'm the same way. But like, I mean, I have to understand. I have to accept my own ignorance. My ignorance isn't like, it isn't like a justification. It's not like, oh well, my ignorance is the universe and everything in it is ignorant. And what is ignorance? Is ignorance even really real? It's like, no. Yes, ignorance is fucking real. Okay, you are an idiot. If you're an idiot, you are a genius. If you're a genius, if you're like Elon Musk, you're smart as fuck. You can't say that guy's not smart if you're some fucking retard that has nothing. Okay, maybe you're smart, but you haven't proved it yet. There's like, oh, well, everything's subjective. Nothing's really proven. It's like, how do you really know anything? It's like, because we live in a world. We can see shit. We can record shit. We can base shit on shit. And it actually fucking matters. You're here worried about the impact of people's words and how that's going to snowball out of control. But what about the impact of people's actions? Because, listen, you're worried about what people are out here saying, blowing, blabbing their fucking mouths. There's these silent ninjas out there that are just out there grinding. They're just out there pushing boundaries. They don't give a fuck, okay? And they're smarter than me. I'm not even one of these guys. These guys don't even talk to me. Actually, that's not true. They sometimes talk to me, but they don't let me come and live in their little paradise societies. These economists, these capitalists, these people who figured it out. You need to have an entrepreneurial, you need to have like an entrepreneurial hero's journey outlook. You need to look at it like you're chasing the golden snitch, all right? Because it's all over the fucking place, man. It's truly all over the fucking place, and we're up against it. It's Halloween. There's a lot of demons and shit. You're trying to make money. We're all trying to make money. I'm just trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just working. I feel like that's all I do anymore is work. And and all I ever do is fucking do push-ups, man. Like I like that. I work and I work out, and on top of that, I do the show. When I fucking do it, and it's like, that's my main life. Like the way I fit into that. The way I fit into the general scheme of things. And yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. We could all have more money. We could all be a little bit richer compared to societal standards in the past. We're a little poor compared to the previous generations. But, ultimately we have our health. We're a little fucked up off these vaccines probably. But I mean, I've been banging out these push-ups, man. Let me tell you. Banging out these fucking push-ups, man. And, it's just hard. Being consistent is hard, man. Doing anything for a long period of consistent time. For example, doing this show every week. Doing, push-ups every fucking day. Doing, writing every fucking day. Doing my job every fucking day. There's a lot of work it takes. Life is constantly, if you want to make yourself into something, you just gotta have to, bask in a constant fucking state of agony. It's not agony necessarily. You get comfortable with the shitload, but you gotta work. This economy is not gonna fix itself. The whole world is made up of individual people like me and you, and we're all just making up a big web. and like we're all like contributing in our own little way, and that makes up like when you go to the store and you get like all your food and stuff. That's because we're all like doing our part. We're all doing our individual job. We all do a job, and we work together to have a society, to have like a stores. Like the girl at the bar serves you a drink, and then she gets to go and she goes to a restaurant with the money she gets paid, and she gets to enjoy a meal. And then the guy that owns the restaurant gets to raise his family, and his kids get to go to school, and that's how an economy fucking works, and that's a beautiful thing. And you can't take that for granted just because you're fat, fucking millennial, and you've been able to just suck in your whole life and fucking just kind of get by doing nothing. Like, yeah, that's pretty cool, but look at the world. Look at it. It's fucking falling apart. You guys don't even know why Nazis are bad. You know that they're bad, but you don't even know why they're bad, okay? Like, most people just, the most they know about anything is that, like, Amazon Prime has dumb fucking superhero shows, and they like to watch them, and fucking Disney Plus is gay as hell, and they love it. That's all these people love. No, okay? They don't think about this shit, most people, okay? So it's like, it's gonna be worse before it gets better. There's gonna be a lot more, I don't know, like, it's just gonna keep falling. It's gonna keep sliding. Stuff that was working before that wasn't, that was like a service that everyone needed. It's gonna continue to get shitty from the top down. Probably most of the luxury services first are gonna start to go. You're starting to see all these airliners are getting rid of first class seating. You're gonna start to see all the services, like luxury services, hotels are gonna start to go away. We're not gonna have an economy that can support that level of luxury. And it's going to work its way down. It's going to work its way down until you have fucking peasants and breadlines. And it's going to be nice, because I think I would be able to operate, dude. I like in like a Jewish death camp, like in a concentration camp. I feel like I would be like, I feel like I could survive. I feel like I could survive in a concentration camp. Like, if I really had to. Like, I watched Hannah Suitcase. I watched The Boy with Striped Pajamas. I've seen all the movies. Like, I know, like, if I go in the gas chamber, that's it. You go in the gas chamber, you're finished. There's nothing you can do. If Justin Trudeau wants to put me in the gas chamber, like, straight up, like, I might be able to escape the camp. Fat chance. You're getting shot. Like, the only way these guys ever survived when they were at the death camps was basically hanging out, not getting put in the gas chambers. Maybe you had a job, like, you cooked or something, or like for some reason you were slightly necessary, like not necessary, but like it was slightly inconvenient to kill you. Like, they might keep you. Like, there was a lot of shit like that. Like, there was some people that survived. Actually, I don't think I would have survived. Let's be honest. I'm just a big fucking dude. I probably would have looked at some guy the wrong way, looked at some Nazi the wrong way, looked at one of these liberals the wrong way. And they'd be like, that motherfucker. They'd take me around back, fucking just like a horse with a broken ankle. Or like a racehorse with a fucked up knee. They would just kill me with a revolver, probably. They'd fuck me. They would. I would not survive in a Nazi death camp. I wouldn't even make it to the gas chambers. I would never make it that far. I wouldn't make it off the train. They would be like, nah. They would just send me right to Auschwitz. They'd send this one right to the gas chamber. Like, don't give them one of those shitty bunks. Just send them right to the fucking gas chambers with this one. I wouldn't have made it. That's how they sorted people out at Auschwitz. They sorted people out. They had one aisle for, like, they were like, all right, you go here, you go here, you go here. And the people were like, they knew it meant their death. Like, in these books and stuff I read. Truly horrible shit, man. It's just like crazy to think what people are capable of. And I haven't read anything about the Gulag, but you know who does know a lot about the Gulag? Jordan Peterson. And he cries about it. Like, he'll sit there and I'll watch a podcast with Jordan Peterson, and he'll just cry about the Gulag. He'll be like, oh, it's so sad what happened in the Gulag. And like, Jordan Peterson cries a lot, but I think that man has a good heart. And whatever, if he's crying, it's probably not good, okay? Whatever happened in the Gulag was no go, no bueno. But now they're coming after Kanye West. They want to take away all his money now. They got someone trying to sue him for $240 million because he said that Jews are gay. And the truth is, most Jews are gay. I mean, I love Jewish people, but let's be honest. I like gay people too. They're fucking intermingling. It's probably not good. They're probably trying to work together. They're probably trying to create a gay Orange is the New Black sequel. It's probably not going to be good. And I think if we give them too much leeway, we got to zone in on them. It's probably the Jews that are behind all this, hating on and suing Kanye West. I'm kind of on board. I'm on board with Kanye no matter what it is. All right, he's my boy. And if he says the fucking Jews suck, then I'm not saying we gotta, bring back, I'm not saying we gotta do it. Some of these crazy Germans did, but I'm just saying we don't gotta let them run and push us around. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta let them beat us up and push us around and ostracize us and make us feel like shit for being white. Come on, that's not cool. I'm just saying. And I don't want to see Kanye get fucked up, but honestly, Kanye could have no money and it wouldn't matter. He would be homeless for releasing albums. He could have all his money taken away, and he would be in the street in rags, just humming, and he'd instantly get all of his money back. He would have a shitty he would go to Toys R Us, and he would get one of those dog shit Play Store recorder, those piano things, the shit toy ones, and he would fucking put on a concert in Times Square. People like that, the money doesn't make the man, okay? The man makes the money. That's what these liberals don't think. They think they killed off Alex Jones. They thought they canceled Alex Jones when they took him off YouTube. They thought they canceled the Andrew Tate when they took him off YouTube. They think they're gonna cancel me when they took me off YouTube. It's not how it works. You just make these people. You're feeding into their power. I think it's great. I think it's lovely. I can't imagine. I don't know what's gonna happen to Alex Jones next. He's an older guy. He's been going at it for a long time. He's done enough. He can retire as far as I'm concerned. But I don't think that's what's going to happen here. I think they're just making these people more powerful, which is good because we need these people to be more powerful. Fuck this weird tyranny that's forming, this weird orthodoxy that wants everybody to fucking fall in line and be gay and fucking worship pumpkins and have sex with witches, okay? We got to get out of this shit. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of smoking weed and stuff. You know how it is, but I feel a bigger part of getting high for me now. I feel I get high more off of the fucking dying off of my brain cells from coughing so much than I do actually the smoking it, because I cough so much when I smoke weed. It's ridiculous. It's not fun. Yeah. Also, I wanted to talk about this. We here in Canada, we love to shit and make fun of young mothers. We love to shit on them. We look at a young mother in her fucking sweatpants, being all, in her hair in a bun, all greased up, rolling through, the McDonald's at Walmart like a piece of shit, with her kids. Got ketchup all over his face. We love to hate on those mothers, here in Canada. But I think that's a load of shit. You know what? God forbid you're not a saggy tit, miserable cocksucker by the time you have children in this wasteland of a fucking country where for 4 months a year, the country will, the province will call for a state of emergency because they can't move fucking snow off the road because they're so retarded. Okay? God forbid these young mothers get to have children and raise them and be properly supported by their community. God forbid. And I just think I think it's terrible the way the boomer generation views younger folks and their struggle. I think it's terrible. They almost view us like we're lesser than or dirt people or because we're not making as much money as they did. And I think that's terribly fucking sad. I think that's I don't know how that's going down. It's all this gay Justin Trudeau bullshit, Probably. It's been going on for longer than that, let's be real. We didn't start the fire. It's always been burning, but the world's been turning. Billy Joel. And, yeah, little updates on the nuke, I guess. They haven't launched the nuke yet. We haven't gotten nuked yet. That's nice. There's no nukes falling. However, the way I've been thinking of it is this nuke is kind of like an economic incentivizer, because, like, nobody's going to launch a nuke. Like, I mean, well, they might. But if somebody launches a nuke and then someone else launches a nuke, it's bad for everybody. So that's like an incentive to, like, not ever launch the nuke. It's mutually assured destruction. So it's almost like the nukes are like actually a great weapon in a sense. They actually make economic sense as an investment. Like, this is a real experiment, because we really don't know. Like, it's a real test of human psychology. Like, of course the Americans use the nuke, but, like, when it's really on the line, like when they know the other country has access to nukes as well, like when it's two world powers, like when worlds collide, do humans just blow it all up? Do they say fuck it all? Or is there like a shining spark of conscience and hope from deep within the soul of even the most deprived of our people that seemingly lead the powers that be, like Putin and Trudeau and gay ass Biden? Probably, okay, there probably is. All right, probably is, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I feel like the nuke is like, I feel like it might be pushing us together. I feel like the nuke is like bringing us together in a weird way. It's like pushing us away from war, because all we use is missiles and shit nowadays. It's like, well, we can't just fucking blow each other up, is what we're realizing. Like, we can't just blow each other up. It's so fucking annoying. Because we want to kill each other so bad, and we know it's wrong. It's like everybody knows it's bad, so we're like kind of fucking off it. I think a little bit, just a little tiny bit, just bringing it off a tiny, just like it's normally just like, and we're just like we're just bringing down the RPM just one tick. You know what I mean? If we were riding a Sibian, like we just took it down like a slight percentage point, like the violence and murder, because we don't want to blow each other the fuck up. Like, we don't want to use that, and I think that's like noticeable. I think there will be a peaceful. I have faith that there will be a peaceful resolution to the conflict in Ukraine. I have faith that the liberals will get owned by Kanye again and again and again, and with Alex Jones. I don't think these faggots are gonna ever win. It's too fun pissing them off. Everyone knows that. And yeah. There's this weird government building by my house, though. Like a weird government. I don't know if it's a government building, but it's a building, and it's like concrete bricks. It's got a steel fucking door on the front. It's got like windows all around it, like portholes that have like barricades around the windows, so that like the person inside can't see out the sides of the windows, and they can only see straight. So it's like a concrete thing, like rim that extends outward, and it's like a bunch of windows. So I'm like, are these like cells or something? And then there's like no cars. It's like I walk around the whole facility. It's like telling you that there's cameras, like watching the building. And I'm like, what is this building trying to be? Like, apparently it used to be a post office, but now it's like what kind of post office has weird windows like that? Like, was that a style? It's a fucking weird style, man. And it's just a spooky season, man. And I'm just like, what if there's some witches in there? They got people, they're just running a fucking asylum, sacrificing people on the daily. Could be. Really could be. I'm being dead serious. I honest to God believe that. I'm truly fucking schizophrenic. There is a hellish war for the soul of humanity, okay? And a hellish and heavenly war. And you have to pick a side, okay? And you might be gay at the end of the day. You might not have a choice, because apparently it's not a choice whether or not you're gay. I don't believe in that. I think it's a choice to be gay. I think every day you wake up and choose to be gay if you're gay. And if that's the way you want to be, then that's the way you want to be. I think that's good. I think there's enough room in the world to have you be gay and have me be a boss, be a total epic boss. You know, I don't believe in all this fake cutesy, Squidward judgmental bullshit. I think humans were meant to live free. They're meant to be live true to themselves. And if you're one of these postmodernists, it's like, actually, what is true, and like humans were never meant to be, and some people are meant to. What about people who were born into like being gay? Were they meant to be true to themselves? It's like, yeah, like whatever. It's like, no. Humans were meant to, like, there's a purpose, all right, to all suffering. God's watching, okay? There's a big mission going on. There's a whole plot to the story that you don't understand because you're just an ant next to a highway, okay? And you can't understand the nature of a highway because you're just a dumb fucking ant, okay? You don't know that there's people getting places. And you need to accept that this world is bigger than you. And you don't need to hate other people because they don't like gay people or like vice versa. You don't need to hate other people because they're gay either. Who gives a fuck, man? I think it's gross, personally. I think it's weird. You want to put your dick in another man's ass? That's where poop comes out? You want to stick your penis in somebody's ass? Where there's, like, it's like, oh, well, you clean your ass? It's like, what do? You clean your ass? You, like, get together? Is that part of gay sex, where you clean each other's assholes? That doesn't sound fun. Like, I don't know what their prerogative is, and I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. It's a good time. And that's fine. I should be allowed to believe in that. I still think it's cool if they want to do that. I'm actually kind of into it, the fact that they're into it. I'm not into it personally, but it's like WWE. It's like some people are into WWE. You can go and, like, watch that wrestling tournament if you want to see it. You can go see that SmackDown, like, or not. It can be a private SmackDown, and that it's just happening, and maybe it's enough for people to know that it's happening, and that's enough for them to keep going. They need to know that there's some gay dudes banging it out in the world to feel good, and that's okay with me. This world's big enough for the both of us, if you're asking me, partner. But I'm just a rootin' tootin', not so shootin' cowboy, because Justin Trudeau froze the buying of firearms in Canada. You can't even buy a handgun here anymore. So if we can't use guns, the government shouldn't be allowed to use guns. Should be equal. Should be equal. All right. Well, I think that's been a lovely show. I feel like we got a lot off my chest. I feel like it was a, fun production. So thank you so much for watching the Gist with Josh. This has been an absolute pleasure. Till the next time, have a nice night. Take care.